It's Kim Dudash with Dudash Farms. I have a funny story to tell you before we get started here. I actually thought I started our live about 2 minutes ago and realized that I hadn't started the live video. So it's been a while. I'm out of practice. So welcome to the first What's for Dinner at Dudash Farms for 2021. Brian and I have really missed doing these with you and hanging out. So we're anxious to just see how things are going and see what's going on with you guys. And I'm going to give a little bit of time for people to join and just really, we're just excited to be here. So tonight we've been watching a little football. You guys probably have been too. So you know that's just the time of year. It's been a cold, dreary winter day. A good day to cuddle in front of the fire and just cover up with a blanket and watch some football. And that's exactly what we've been doing. And what we're going to prepare tonight is a dish that is perfect for a day like today. And we're just excited to share it with you. So yeah, Happy New Year. Let's see who we've got watching. Dan Gobbis and Becky Bird are watching. Hey guys, we've missed you. Elizabeth Perkey is watching. We've got Mary Fulton and Mary Jane Russell. And Karen is here. Yay! I'm glad you're here, Karen. And Jimmy, I hope you guys are doing well. So tonight, y'all, we want to bring a little positive energy to Facebook and to the world, right? I mean, our little piece of it. We can't affect the whole world, but we can certainly affect the little space that we occupy. And so we're going to just bring some positive energy to our space. And we are excited to share with you a recipe of a dish that I am almost certain everyone has eaten in the past. If you have attended middle school in the United States, right, Brian?
Yep.
You have had this dish, and I'm probably scaring you off at this moment, but let me tell you, we are going to have Salisbury steak. And I will have to tell you, I hadn't had it since middle school, and I'm quite certain that it was probably something frozen that was just, you know, thawed out in a pan. And so my vision of Salisbury steak was basically something frozen that came out of, you know, my middle school cafeteria.
Not very tasty.
Not very tasty, right. So tonight we are going to up the reputation of Salisbury steak. We're going to show you a recipe that is honestly, it's so delicious and it is so stinking easy. So let me turn it on to Brian and he's going to tell you what our ingredients are so that we can get this started. All right here, Brian, I'm out of practice. Jeez, I don't even know how to turn my video. Here we go. Oh, Lord. So tell us what you got.
Okay, for the patties, what we have in the bowl here is a clove of garlic, 2 tablespoons of ketchup. This is our beef bouillon. The recipe actually calls for the cubes, but we like this better than bouillon. It's actually
it's better than bouillon.
A very thick product.
Yeah.
And seems to be a little less salty and has a little more beef flavor.
What else you got in there?
Half an onion.
All right.
About a 1/4 cup of bell pepper.
Okay.
In the bottom there's some Worcestershire sauce.
Yeah, say that 3 times fast.
You want to translate that
yeah.
for me? And some dry mustard.
All right.
So in addition to that, we got a 1/2 cup of breadcrumbs going in here. We have just over 1 pound of our ground beef.
Yep. Dudash Farms ground beef.
And we'll put an egg in here.
All right. So what he's doing, he's combining our Dudash Farms ground beef, about 1 pound, right, Brian?
Yep.
He's got some dry mustard. He's got Worcestershire sauce. He's got a little bit of ketchup. He's got bouillon, an egg, onion, garlic, green pepper, and it's all being mixed together here in the bowl. So he's gonna, yeah, he got the dirty work tonight of mixing all that together in the bowl. So once all of that is mixed, then he's going to create some patties. right, Brian?
Yep.
And then he's going to put those on the stove. So while he's doing that, let's talk a little bit about things that have been going on. I've got to check and see who is here. Marpet is here. Hey, Marpet. Yes, fresh farm ground beef. Rachel Griffith. Rachel, hello. I have missed you. Carolyn Thompson is here. Randy Reed and Jason Miller, Lori Smith. You guys, honestly, I have missed doing this with you guys. We're going to start doing it again, probably weekly at this point. We had stopped doing our What's for Dinner at Dudash Farms just for a little while because we were low on product. I mean, you guys have really supported us over this last year, and we normally have this, we have a huge freezer in our basement. When I say a huge freezer, how big is it, Brian?
8 by 12.
8 feet by 12 feet.
Walk-in.
Walk-in. We're not talking, you know, your grandma's little freezer that's in the back room. We're talking a big freezer, and it's normally full, but it had gotten really low. Not empty, but low. So the reason for that is because our beef is grass-fed and grass-finished, and we do not give them any antibiotics. We don't give them any hormones, and so we don't give them anything that's going to help them grow other than how God intended them to grow. So we didn't have any animals that were of size to butcher. So now we do. These little fellas have grown up, and so we have been to the butcher, and as of midweek this week, we will be fully stocked with all of our beef and all of our pork products. So yay, we're excited about that, and we hope you guys are too. We have seen quite a few of you over the winter. You've come by the farm and picked up product. So we miss doing this with you. We really miss seeing you at the farmer's market. And we're looking forward to the day when that starts up again, which will be in 2.5 months. I mean, that sounds far away, but really, gang, that's just right around the corner. So we're looking forward to the Dandridge Farmer's Market this year. And we're going to be at a couple of additional farmers markets this season. So I'll give you more information on that in the weeks to come. We'll let you know where we're going to be. So yeah, so tonight we're making Salisbury steak, and don't worry, this is not the stuff that you had in middle school. This is actually much better. It has a really bad reputation, and we're going to change that. After tonight, it's going to have a great reputation. So I don't know, many of you know that I have a son. His name is Eli, whom I miss very much. He lives in Tucson, but I talk to him every day. And today, as I was driving, I was talking to him, and we were talking about doing What's for Dinner at Dudash Farms, and I told him we were making Salisbury steak. And then we got into this conversation of, wonder why they call it Salisbury steak. So I'm going to ask you, do you guys know why it's called Salisbury steak? Now, I know everyone is now Googling. I got your number. You're Googling. I know you are. So I'm going to let you cheat, but does anybody know why they call it Salisbury steak? Is it because of where it came from? What's the deal? So let's see if anybody can come up with it. I have the answer, so you don't have to Google if you don't want to. I'll tell you. But let's see. We have Valerie Garner and Denise Spires. Hey, Denise, it's good to see you here. Randy Reed, Jason Miller, Carolyn Clark. Carolyn, my friend, I miss you. Cindy Morrison Calhoun is watching. Zach, hey, Zach's waving. Let's see. Marpet says, we love the pork bratwurst. Jack loves it so much. We do too, Marpet, and we are so excited. We will have those midweek. So if you're running low on pork bratwurst, you know where to come. They are very good. Let's see. Lisa Poovy's watching. Hey, she's waving. Angie Vitito. Angie, how are you feeling? You're going to have to let us know. Angie had some surgery last week. We've been praying for you and hoping that you're healing well and doing good. All right. Jimmy Hilton. Hi, Miss Kim, it's Jimmy. The steaks sound really good. Yeah, I know. We finally have steak, Jimmy. We finally have steak. Jimmy is one of our biggest Dudash Farms steak fans. So, Jimmy, we're back in business. We finally have steaks. Let's see what we got. All right. So, nobody's putting in any answers. So, let me tell you about Salisbury Steak. So I was thinking, Eli and I were thinking that it was probably named after some, I don't know, city in what, England, Brian, did we say? Yeah. But it's not. You guys, it's named after a physician and chemist. His name is James Salisbury, and he lived from 1835 to 1905. I'm telling you, I'm giving you all the details of Salisbury Steak here. I'm trying to kill time while this stuff cooks, so just be patient. So, 1835 to 1905, he was a physician and a chemist, and he was known for being an advocate of a beef-based or a meat-based diet for health purposes. So he came up with different recipes that you could use with ground beef, and Salisbury steak is one that he is famous for. And so in 1897, the very first Salisbury steak was made. And I told Brian that I think the Salisbury steak that I had in middle school was probably made in 1897 and frozen. Do you guys agree with me or not? Do you think that what they served us was probably made by James Salisbury himself and put in a deep freeze somewhere and then served to us in middle school? Because it just was not very tasty. So, anyway, that was my little joke. I'll keep my day job. But anyway, that's how it came to be. So this little physician and chemist was really trying to come up with some good recipes, and Salisbury steak is what he came up with. So we're also, Brian is frying up the Salisbury steak right now. Once that comes to a place where he can take those off, we're going to actually create from what is left in our pan, we'll create a great mushroom gravy to go on top of that. So we're going to show you all the whole deal. Okay, so Christy Kent said, I thought it was a TV dinner. I agree with you, Christy. That's all I knew Salisbury steak to be. And so when Brian said, I found this great recipe for Salisbury steak. Yeah, I gave him the side eye. I was like, I'm not so sure about this. But we tried it out. And
we tested it on my son.
We tested it on Derek, Brian's son, and even Derek liked it. So, I mean, y'all, it's really good. And Brian is a great cook, and he's tweaked this recipe. So the tweaked recipe is what we're going to share with you on our page. Or actually, if you are interested in it, this might be the easier way. Just message us, and I will send it to you, okay? So, we've got, yeah, I'm like you, Christy. Could it be named for Salisbury, North Carolina? See, Lisa Poovey, that's exactly what I was thinking. I said, it has to be like some, some city. But no, it's actually after a physician. So how are we doing over there, Brian?
We're going slow.
We're going slow? Well, let's see what we got. So y'all see, we've got the Salisbury steaks in the pan. And right now, it just looks like a glorified hamburger, but it's not. It's much more. So in our Salisbury steak, if you are just joining us, we have a pound of Dudash Farms ground beef. We have an egg, right, Brian?
Yep.
So 1 pound of ground beef. We have an egg. We have dry mustard.
Ketchup.
We have ketchup. Has a little bit of ketchup in it. Worcestershire sauce, Brian's favorite word in the whole world. We have onion and garlic and green pepper. We put some green pepper in it this time. And that's it, right?
Yep.
So that's what we've combined together. He's frying it up in the pan. After they're fried through, then we're going to make the mushroom sauce to go over that.
About another minute.
About another minute, yes. And so like I said, great comfort meal, right? So guess what we're having with it? We're having some mashed potatoes And I know for all my friends who know that I try very hard. I used to be much more successful at it than I am now, to eat, very low carb. We're having mashed potatoes. I know, don't judge me, but I am having mashed potatoes, homemade mashed potatoes, and some green beans that we canned and from our garden over the summer. So all of those canned goodies are coming in handy during this time of the year, right? Let's see who else we've got. We've got Scarlett Etter and Pam Miller. Y'all, I welcome you. Beth Perkheiser, you and Jay, we miss seeing you guys at the market all the time. And Bouillon, yes, Mary Fulton, you're right. See, you guys are keeping up with me and keeping me straight. So yes, that's right. We added some beef bouillon to that mixture that I just told you about. Yes, and Christy, we are having mashed potatoes. So, yeah, and let me tell you something else. Do you remember from the farmer's market, Laura Wall and Found a Pearl Farm? Y'all, she's the one that has all the delicious, yummy goodies. I mean, she made all of the baked goods, and well, let me tell you what she makes during the winter. She makes tamales during the winter. She uses our ground beef and chorizo pork and makes these delicious tamales. So if you have never tried Found a Pearl Farm or Laura Wall, look them both up, find her on Facebook, try her tamales. They are amazing, and I think she sells them by the dozen. So reach out to Laura. Again, she uses our ground beef and chorizo pork, chorizo sausage, and it's delicious. Let's see who we got. We got some questions here. Dan Gavas says, we just finished our dinner about a half an hour ago, and you two have gotten me hungry all over again. Dan, that's the plan. We want to give you some ideas. We want to make you hungry. Potatoes of any kind are perfect accompaniment for any meal. I know, Lisa, but I try to do fairly well. We're trying to do much better at making sure that we have more green, leafy vegetables with our meals. Is anything in moderation, right? So you're right, potatoes of any kind are just delicious. Found a Pearl Farm is amazing, and she's a sweetheart. Yes, you definitely have to reach out to Laura. And she gives you some great ideas too. She's been creating some boxes, some treat boxes, and she sells those. So reach out to her, okay? You will absolutely love it. Let's see. I wanted to also, I told you that the farmer's market, we're still out a little bit from the farmer's market starting. So just wanted to point out to you guys that if you are interested in any Dudash Farms product, reach out to us. We do take appointments. You guys can come by the farm and pick that up. And quite frankly, if necessary, there are times when we will even deliver. So yeah, just reach out to us. You can find us. You can find it on our website, and you can also message us through Facebook. Our phone numbers are there. You can text or call. So we'd love to hear from you. And also wanted to let you know that on our website, it's dudashfarms.com. If you are interested in just subscribing to an email list, and I will tell you that it's not one of these like you're going to get a newsletter every week, but what we do with our subscriber list is just let you know of things that are going on, products that we have available, maybe some new products that we plan to offer or are offering. So if you're interested in that, you can go to our website and just give us your email, and we'll give you some information when we have it and keep you informed of what farmers markets we'll be at and what we're going to be doing. So Dan Britt is watching. Hey, Dan. Gosh, I haven't seen you in a long time, and I hope you and your family are amazing and doing well. And we've got Mariana Honeycutt. Hi, Mariana. I don't know that you've watched before, so welcome. Welcome to all of you who have not watched before. Okay, so I think we're about ready. Are we, Brian?
Yep, you missed your spot.
I missed my spot. Uh-oh. Here we go.
So we put in 2 tablespoons of butter, and the rest of the onion, the garlic, and I put in about a half a cup of flour.
Okay.
So looks like a dry roux right now.
Alrighty.
So now we're ready to put in some more Worcestershire sauce.
Some more Worcestershire, whatever, you know. Worcestershire sauce. Couldn't they have thought of a better name?
Then we have
Something much
3
more.
cups of water here
3 cups of water.
with some
Okay.
beef bouillon.
All right. Alrighty.
Some dry mustard.
All right. And so what he's doing now, gang, is he's making the mushroom gravy. So no, you know, I guess you could cheat and get a packet, but come on. You can make this from scratch. It's not very difficult at all. So all he's done is once the Salisbury steak has basically cooked through, he's now taken the oil that is left, or the grease, I guess. But let me tell you, with Dudash Farms ground beef, there's not a whole lot of grease left over. So he's taken that, and then also two tablespoons of butter.
Yep.
And as he said, he put a little bit of flour in there and dry mustard, and he cooked up the onions and remaining onions and garlic with that. And so now he's got a good gravy going, as you can see here.
So it looks a little thin, but after we put the patties back in there, it'll thicken back up.
That's right. So you just heard him say after we put the patties back in. So what you do with Salisbury steak is we will, now that the patties are cooked through, and once the mushroom gravy starts to thicken up a little bit, of course he's going to put mushrooms in it. We don't have mushrooms in it just yet. Then he puts the patties back in to the mushroom gravy mixture, and then it'll cook for an additional 7 minutes. Brian, is that what it is?
Longer.
Yeah, 7 to 9 minutes. So let me show you what we got. No grease. Yeah, that's right, Christy. You know, so a lot of people think that you know, all of the flavor from beef comes from fat, and that's not necessarily true. I mean, fat does add flavor, but you know, the meat is flavorful. So, and really, Brian, that's why we use the Wagyu mixed breed, right? I mean, it's so
There's a lot
that
of natural fat in there.
that's right. So there's a lot of natural fat in the Wagyu breed. So when we do grass-fed, grass-finished, we still have enough fat for flavor, but it's not greasy. And you know, I know the difference, and I'm sure you know the difference as well. Show the patties, please. Okay, here we go. Let me show you these patties. So, see what we've done? There are the patties, and they are in the mushroom gravy, and it will cook for an additional 7 to 9 minutes. And Carolyn Thompson said, that's what I love about it, very little grease. Yeah, that's what I love about it too. Raymond Raper is watching. Hey Raymond, we saw Raymond the other day. It was good to run into you and hear about your sweet baby and how he's doing. Donna Compton Richardson says, looks delicious, thank you. Yeah, and so again, we'll let it cook for 7 to 9 minutes, and then we will serve it up on our with our mashed potatoes. The way we did it last week was we actually put our mashed potatoes on the pan or on the plate, and then we put our steak and gravy on top of the mashed potatoes. I know, it's so delicious. Not the most if you're a keto dieter, our plan, especially with the mashed potatoes, this is not your thing. The beef, however, yes. Anyway, Angela Madden, Dudash Farms beef is the best. Yes, thank you, Angela. Yes, grass-fed, grass-finished. And I know that my beautiful friend Angela, she is a keto dieter, so she probably would not enjoy my mushroom gravy so much and my mashed potatoes. But the beef patties, you don't have to eat the mushroom gravy. So if you're not a mushroom gravy fan, you can eat it without it, because that steak, it's basically a hamburger steak at this point, and you can eat it with just about anything. We are having, like I said, with our mashed potatoes and Salisbury steak, we are having some green beans from the garden. So it's going to be delicious. All right, let's see how we're doing, how it's looking. Oh, Mr. Dudash is dishing out. So here's our plate. Just simple but delicious, right? And so, I run into a lot of people that say, oh, I don't like to cook, I don't cook. But y'all, some of these things everything we make is pretty simple. When you say, Brian?
Try to be.
We try to be, that's right. So, yeah. And like I said, we will post this recipe on the farm page, or you can message us, and I'll be happy to send it to you. And so, yeah, that's it. Right, Brian? That's it. That's all there is to it. This one took a little bit longer than we normally do. We try to keep these within 20 minutes because I don't know about you, but my attention span's really short. And if somebody does a live video for too long, I won't watch it. So that's why we try to keep it short. But we still try to cover all the steps you can see. Cauliflower, that's right. So Christy Kent said, yes, if you're on a keto diet, mashed cauliflower. And I do like mashed cauliflower, by the way. That would go great with this, and it would help you stay within your healthy or your keto diet. So, great idea. And I'd love, if you have another idea, post it here. I'm heading over. Mary Fulton, we have, I think, 3 more patties?
Yep.
So you come on over, girl. We got you covered. Just come on. We would love to have you. Yeah, it does. And you guys, I keep teasing every time we do these that we need smell-o-vision. It smells really good in here right now, so we're getting ready to do that. Oh my goodness. Let's see, what does this say? Oh my goodness, yum. Yeah, Christy, you know what, Christy? You're going to have to come and visit the farm, and you're going to have to stay for dinner. As a matter of fact, we need to plan it so that you could do a What's for Dinner at Dudash Farms with us. That would be so much fun. You all, we have met some people through this little What's for Dinner at Dudash Farms, and we love it. And we feel like you guys are our friends, and we just enjoy hanging out with you and love having these conversations. Even if it's just over Facebook Live, I'm loving it. Thanks, glad to see you back. Thank you, Donna. We're glad to be back too, and cannot wait until the weather gets warmer and we can be out and socialize. And hopefully, with everything that's going on, now that we have a vaccine, I mean, I know that's not the end-all, be-all, right? And we still have a long way to go, but at least we're heading in the right direction, and maybe we can get back to some social events where we can all be together. But in the meantime, this will suffice. And you know what? We take our lemons and we make lemonade, right? That's just what we have to do. Let's see. I'll be there. That would be great. Dan Gabba's plate looked delicious, and I will visit your website again soon. Great, Dan. I would love that. That would be fantastic. Well, you all, I think, Rachel Griffin, I love you, girl, and I hope that you are doing well. Thank you for the little heart. Really are looking forward to doing more of these. We will be back next week. If you have a recipe that you would love to see us prepare, send it to us. Send me an email, send me a message through Messenger. We would love that. And we have had a couple of people send us some recipes recently, so we're going to be doing those soon. And I think Brian's getting hungry. He's back here pacing, so I think he's
cleaning up.
You're cleaning up.
I am hungry.
Okay, so let's tell him bye. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Have a great week. We'll see you next Sunday. Bye.